Hello, my name is Michael Garrett. This is with Nestor Vasquez, Dwayne Nettles, and our special guest, the hilarious Jazz.
Hey,
Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
hi, it's nice to be here with you guys. I'm
Yes.
excited. Ready to see what y'all have in store for the evening.
T Links didn't take his old people medicine, so yeah, we're so happy.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, I'm the worst one. You gonna hear way worse tonight, Jazz. If that's
TV
the
taking a
worst
nap.
thing.
Oh, T-Link.
But God,
Y'all
but
ain't gonna do
thank
my buddy while he ain't here.
no, we're friends. That's why we talk about him like that. But we truly appreciate you, Jazz, for coming on, guys. If you don't know Jazz, very funny comedian out of Greenville, South Carolina, but she performs all in the Southeast. Soon to be performing all across the country. Definitely, if she's in your city, definitely go check her out. Thank you again for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. So what's new with you guys?
Ain't nothing, bro. Chilling.
Man, I had a great weekend, man. I went to Augusta and I ate so much I got stuck on the couch. I tried to get up on the couch for like 30 minutes and I was like stuck there, man. I was like, man, look here. But no, I had a great time, man. Great weekend, a lot of barbecue food. So today's a chill out there, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right, yes.
I don't know why I knew the story can have food in it. I don't know why.
R.I.P. to that couch.
R.I.P. to the couch, man. That couch did not have a chance.
I feel like you just melted into the couch. Like
Look,
the more you try to get up, the more you melt it.
like when you're on the couch, you just sit there. And I had a roll. I had like to swing to roll from side to side. Like at one point, I was swag surfing trying to get off the couch. It was bad. It was real bad. I was like, yo,
Okay.
I gotta get off this couch, man.
Oh
Because
man.
the reason I was trying to get off the couch because there was dessert. So I was trying to get off the couch to go get dessert. You know what I mean?
A legit reason. Yeah. Or fire. Which one do you think you would have got off the couch faster for?
Dessert. For sure. For sure. Oh yeah, look. As soon as I got off the couch, I was like, bro, I'm not sitting down ever again. I was like, I'm done for the rest of the night. So yeah. It's on and popping.
I had a weird Sunday. As people know that I work in a nursing home, and true story, sadly enough, one of my residents, his brother died. Sorry about that. I had somebody down on me today. Somebody else family member down on me today, but the patient, his brother died, and straight face, the guy was like not like sad. He was not sad at all. He just kept telling us how like he's never gonna get that $3,000 his brother owed him. He told us never lend no one with cancer money. And I was like,
Oh, hey man got a valid point. Oh,
shut up, miss. Look,
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not
if
mad
you
at
do
that.
and someone with terminal illness alone, like that's on you.
that's on you.
That's really on you. You did
It's
that
awesome.
out kindness of your heart.
we had to console someone that did not want to be consoled. And
Like, I'm only loaning people money who got terminal diseases that I'm on the insurance policy. If I'm not on the policy, you can't get no money from me.
That's like me. I got a life insurance from my cousin, and I was like, wait, tell me who the beneficiary on my life insurance is, because I almost collected that life insurance in February. I was like, I'm trying to figure out how much my son gonna get. My cousin getting all the money. My son's gonna get a PS5. Nah, that ain't working.
You may want to write a will, buddy.
Exactly.
These things matter. You may want to look into a will. Get that notified.
Your cousin get your life insurance. Your son gonna get your bills. That's messed up.
The government gonna be like, here you go.
Trying to tell you.
I had to keep it real with my fiance because we got life insurance before like we ever got engaged. And I told her, she don't know how much I got. She don't know how much I got yet. I don't know how much she got yet. But I told her, I was like, I got a good sum of money for her and my stepson. But I told her, I was like, look, don't be going cheap. Because if you only get $10,000 and the funeral home tell me 10,001, you getting burned. I'll go straight up to you. And my stepson be like, this is what she wanted.
We talked about this.
This is the last wish.
I told us, don't be going cheap.
Oh my! I just pulled those up on the Pop Culture on the fan page on the Twitch.
Okay, it's one of them. Yeah. So Jan, since we have you on, if you don't mind me just asking these normal, boring questions, what got you into stand-up?
At the time I was working like, I want to say two, possibly 3 jobs. I want to say 3 because it sounds better for the story. So working 3 jobs, exhausted. And I was like, I'm not built just to work. I was like, there has to be more than this. And so people always told me I was funny, and I looked into doing stand-up again. Quick side note, I actually first looked into doing stand-up when I was 21. But went down to Columbia, looked for some place that was on open mic, couldn't find it, just ended up drinking the night away. And so didn't go back to it until I was 26, 5 years later. So we're 26, wondering what to do. I tried my first open mic July 11th, 2016, and we have not stopped since.
That's dope.
Nice. That's good to hear. What do you like the most about stand-up?
Some of the other comedians, not all of them, just some of the other comedians. Just kicking it with them, meeting people who are like on the same wavelength as creativity with you from time to time. Because sometimes, like, you can talk to people about comedy stuff, but they don't get it if they're not comedians. So like that, and just meeting people like who are really touched and stuff by us doing comedy, I think that's pretty cool. Like, I had somebody leave like a touching message today on Facebook, and it's like, man, you don't realize how many people actually need us. I don't want to say like need us like but everybody needs to laugh. So yes, we are a necessity.
Nice. That's great to hear. I love stories like that. That's great.
Yeah.
When you said, and I'm not going deep dive, but have you ever had like the comedians? You ever had a comedian like that was joking all the time? Like you hung up with them and like they joked all the time. And it was just like, hey man, like we can just be normal conversation right now. We don't have to have to try to be funny. Like you're forcing this funny.
I was at a show one time, and when I say I was ready to go, like, after some shows, you just be ready to go. And this just happened to be a show that I didn't drive to, which is not like me. So homeboy wanted to tell all his jokes after he got off stage. And we are just like, wrap this up. Like, if you don't wrap this up now so we can go, I cannot stand it. Like, I hate it with everything in me.
Yeah, that's the worst, when you want to go but you can't, and you be like, bruh, like we had one dude. I ain't gonna mention no names. I ain't gonna drop no names. We was doing the show at the Comedy House, and we was on the 5th show. Dude said, so it's a Sunday. So he was like, I bet. He was like, it was around 8:10. I'm about to bring him up. He said, all right, bring me up at 8:15. I'm gonna do a quick 45 minutes, and then we're gonna get out of here. So in my mind, I'm like, yo, cool. That's what's up. You know what I mean? I'm ready to go home anyway. It's the 5th show too. After the 4th after the 3rd or 4th show, you just be like, hey, I'm ready for the weekend to be over.
Yeah.
So he gets on stage. Hour and 15 minutes go by later, and he's still on stage cracking jokes. And I'm like, bro, what? I'm talking about the people lighting him. And I'm like, are you serious? I was
That's
like,
disrespectful.
Yo. And I'm the host, so I gotta stay. I got to stay because I gotta close it out.
That's the worst.
I gotta close it out. I'm like, at one point, I'm talking about, as soon as I got on stage, I was like, all right, I'll see y'all later. Have a great night. Bye.
You better get a text message like, I'm gone. You can just
like that is the worst.
What you gonna say, Nettles? What you gonna say, Nettles? They got it.
Y'all good. You could lock the door.
Bro, that is the worst when you have to do that. And you got to be professional because you got to be professional. You got, all right.
Yeah. No, it's so much that go into doing comedy. Like people think, oh, you just got to be funny. Like people don't understand like how many hours it dedicates to doing a whole weekend show. You know how many hours of my life are just gone? Thankful to be here. Really blessed for the opportunity. But that whole weekend gone, buddy.
Oh, yeah. And they just don't understand. I can be up there for 15 minutes, but I've got to, when you get put at a comedy club, you got what, 4 to 5 shows a weekend. So now it's also the point that you just like, even though I'm not doing nothing, I still got to stay here for them shows.
Yep, for hours.
Yeah, you in the back waiting for your set or sleep, doing something. You trying to get in the right mindset. That's why I tell people like you know what I mean? Because I'm like me being single, I'm trying to date and trying to tell people what I go through on a weekend. I was like, bro, you have to understand, I cannot argue with you on the weekends. I got to perform. Yeah, we're not gonna argue. We're not going to argue. I'm gonna hang up on you, and you're gonna be mad at me until Monday.
That's some real single shit right there, Ness.
Yeah, super.
So I was gonna say, ladies,
and I'm gonna talk
about ladies are watching. Nestor just dropped that he's single. For all the ladies out there, he just dropped that. I'm gonna ask him a couple questions throughout the show, see if he qualifies.
He ain't available on weekends though, Jess. Just
yeah. He doesn't mind. It's cool.
He said some very single stuff right there. She gotta understand.
I'm gonna hang up. I'm not gonna talk to Monday.
No, because you have to understand. All right.
But tell somebody that in a committed relationship.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk on Monday.
But I'm just saying. I'm saying like this. Y'all making me look at the bad guy.
I just bought a king size bed. I'd be damned if I don't sleep in it.
But no, what I'm saying is like this is like if you're dating somebody that's a comedian, and you know that's their job, this is what they do. You know what I mean? Don't put more stress on them than what they got on that weekend. Because you like people just don't understand how stressful it is to go in a place that got 50 to 60, maybe 100 people in that room, all different personalities. You gotta make everybody laugh at the same time. So, and then when you add more pressure to that, you be like, oh, come on, I can't.
Hey, look, I'm telling you now, Ness, ain't no woman want to hear that. You can
I know.
You can make all them people in that room happy. You can't make one me happy. Nah, I ain't trying.
Yeah, she is not gonna go for that.
Oh no. I remember my first big weekend, I was dating somebody, and we're not dating no more. We're not dating. And everything was great. It was great until my first big weekend. And the first big weekend, I was like, I just got booked for 5 shows. I was like, yo, this is dope. So my Friday night, my Thursday night was a rough time. My Friday night was great. So I'm on a high. I go home, don't call her. The next day, I'm out there. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Hello. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You can tell us just what's wrong with her. Nothing. Don't worry about it. And I'm the type of person, I'm going to ask you 3 times. After the 3rd time, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to talk to you like I'm normal. Oh, you don't like calling nobody out there? I was like, oh, my bad. I forgot. I was like, oh, man, look here, my fault. I apologize and everything. She still want to make an issue about it.
Okay. I was going to say something, but after you said she still want to make an issue about it, she sounds special. We're going to let her go.
Yeah, I was like, I told her, and then I got thinking to myself, I got time for this shit.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you run into the same issues being a female comedian?
It is a scheduling conflict. It's definitely is a scheduling conflict. Like, not even gonna lie to you, because like trying to get up is either I'm busy, and when I finally am free every once in a while, I'm like, man, I'm busy. And I'm just like, man, you gotta be kidding me. But you try to make it work, but like you said, you gotta be understanding of the situation. If you're not, you are not gonna get it. Like you're not gonna get it. So
especially because we just starting off, so we're not getting booked in the like we can get booked in advance, but sometimes our booking comes on the same week, and they'd be like, "Hey, what you doing this weekend?
yeah,
You got anything to do? Oh well, I need you," and you be like, "I can't pass this opportunity in this date night," and you be like, you know what we should do for date night? We should go to this comedy club.
you should be my +1. You should be my +1. And you better be creative if you got to keep doing that, because nobody want to keep hearing the same jokes over and over again every date night. I wish you would keep taking me to the same 3 minutes every day. We fight.
I got cussed out by my fiance because I took the big decision. I was like, I wanted to spend a weekend with my family. And that Saturday I had a gig in somewhere in Florence, South Carolina, but they were going to pay me $250. I turned it down to spend time with my family. And I told her, I was like, well, she asked me, like, didn't you have a gig night? I was like, I turned it down. She was like, oh, like one of those like little gigs. I was like, no, they were going to pay me $250. And you think that little Asian woman I'm in love with is nice. But
you can't say that. The police going to come knocking at your door.
Right, you can't say the little Asian woman.
You got
Pacific Island? What?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's more appropriate. You got 2 more times say something about the Asians. FBI gonna shut this whole thing down.
Okay.
You think this shit gonna come out on Monday? This shit ain't coming out never.
Hey, did y'all? Something happened to the video? Like static is just showing up. He said something about the Asians 4 times.
I heard Mike got locked up.
They don't care nothing about the Pacific Islanders. Like if there's a dark Asian, they don't care at all. They like, nah, go ahead. They got
but no, like I can respect that, but at the same time, yeah, like if it depends on why you do it. I don't do comedy for money. Like money is one of the nice side perks, but like I don't go out here doing this stuff because I need to get paid. Like that's why I work my 9 to 5 for now, because we making a move towards not, okay? But that's why I'm working my 9 to 5 now to do my lifestyle. But the money I make from comedy is not necessary. So therefore you can like pass up on shows sometimes. But a certain amount, for the right amount, I'll be there.
That's that part. Nice. Have you thought about any touring?
Yeah. It's always something in the works, but to my luck, like it never pans out. Never happens the way it's planned. So we're just out having a good time right now. I'm just on a free journey, hitting up random places and random bowling alleys and breweries and theaters and anything we can get our hands on. So,
okay. Well, let me ask you a question, Jazz, because I know you won. Was it last year the competition in Greenville?
Yeah.
How many doors did that open up for you? Hit it with the hard questions. Hit it with the hard questions, Mike.
The hard questions.
So I won like a couple competitions. I'm pretty decent, like when it comes to competition, but I don't look at them as competitions. Like it's just me going to do a set, like you said, and I just happen to win, which is cool. I think if anything, like they expose me to more people, but as far as like that being the thing that opened the door, I'm not aware of it yet.
True. Okay.
Yeah. But they're fun, and they're really pointless. Right.
Because I did the competition in Greenville.
Mm-hmm.
So I know me, Mike, and Tlane, we all in the finals, and I don't know when the finals are going to be. Hopefully soon.
In my case, I'm from Greenville, so for me, it's like totally different. And like people know me around here, so I'm from Greenville. For you, it could be totally different because I think in the Greenville competition, this one that you're in, you get a weekend at the Comedy Zone, and there's no telling who you get to open up for. Now, I can say, I'm not sure if this has ever came from a competition. I have met some pretty cool like people. I got to open up for some pretty dope people at the Comedy Zone. Pretty dope. Michael Coyle, Adele Givens, like not Adele Givens. Yes, Adele Givens.
Yeah.
Adele Givens is super cool. I've only met her twice, but like she's been nice both times.
Yes, she's like such a cool person to work with, and it's like, man, you really are getting to rub elbows with like legends. So,
Right.
John Witherspoon called me a cutie pie. Like I don't take pictures with celebrities and stuff like that. Like I don't really ask to take pictures, but I will forever have that like. And my John Witherspoon called me a cutie pie. Do you know how much that means to me? Do you know how much that means to me? And like, I'm not sure if the competitions aligned up for that stuff to happen because I stay in Greenville and it's, you know, eventually, but it's pretty cool.
I remember me seeing John Witherspoon one time, and he was hilarious. Like I didn't think like I knew he was like funny in shows and movies and stuff like that, but seeing him stand up, he was hilarious.
Yeah, his stand up is legit. Like, legit.
I've only seen him once, and when I saw him, I was like, "Oh, he dresses like this in real life."
Yeah, yes,
he does.
It's not a character.
Oh man,
you got to coordinate.
Yes.
Yes.
Jazz, I want to ask you, when it comes to building a following, what kind of tips do you have for other comedians?
Do not follow me. Don't listen to anything I say because I don't have any followers. I just broke 400 and people are like 1,000. No, like 400 people on Instagram. Get out of here.
Well, guys, please follow Jazz.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is JAS Jazz, the number 4, and then Labs, LAUGHS 247. It sounds long, but when you type it, it's really not.
And Facebook?
My Facebook is as Jazz Gill, JASGILL, and it's a face that looks a lot like this.
All right, cool. Let's get those followers up, guys.
Yeah. I don't care about followers, and that's a downfall on my behalf, but don't really care about followers. Deep down, I feel like my talent will take me where I need to go. I know that's silly in 2021, but
I feel where you're coming from. Like, cause I really like, I'm more of a, I don't like doing videos or stuff like that. I like, let me just go on stage, let me make you laugh, let me do my thing and call it a day. You know, I know there's people that have talent and do videos and stuff like that. Mind you, I am trying to go somewhere with the comedy, probably a TV show or movies and stuff like that, but doing skits and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I'll be open to it, but for me to be like, hey, yeah, I'm about doing everything, I'm good.
No, and not to knock anybody who does that, but like I do small videos at home. They're never longer than a minute. It's just something I'm thinking, and I'm just like, oh, that's funny. Like that's funny. I should share that. But as far as me like making videos in hopes to gain followers and for people to share and stuff, that's not why I do it. And when it comes to this comedy thing, like ain't nobody touching me when I'm on stage. Like that's my lane. And even though I'm able to do a video here and there, like my goal is stand-up comedy. I don't really care how many followers I have. Like I know when you give me the opportunity and you put me on that stage, we eating. We gonna eat.
Nice. So you have any comedians you look up to?
Lunel, love me Lunel, Adele, people we've named, Richard Pryor. I feel like Bernie Mac is like my comedy godfather. He's like, yeah, I really wish I could meet him. there's like so many people who influenced like you when you were younger and stuff that like forever, you're gonna forever be thankful for. But like once I started doing comedy, I stopped watching comedy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't watch stand up either unless it's somebody like I know. I just want all my thoughts to be my own.
I still watch it. I just watch it differently now.
I think that's my thing. I watch it different now.
Because I remember when I first started comedy, a lady was trying to manage me. She was like, watch the comedy specials, but watch them to learn, not to laugh. Watch them to learn how they say things, how they present themselves, the different things you can pick up from them. And that's what, you know what I mean. I think I picked up things from that, you know. And do you develop your own style?
Yeah, you're totally right. I used to watch it like my teenage years consisted of nothing but stand up. Like when I look back on my life, that's all I used to watch. Comedy Central and Spike TV. Like that was it. Like that's all. So once I started doing comedy, it was like I remember all those nights of watching specials and other stuff. And it's just like, okay, we absorbed whatever we took in from that. So we're gonna see what's next.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. One last boring stand-up question. What do you think is most important? If you had to have a pie chart, how would you do the measurements? The percentages, I'm sorry. Being interesting or being funny? Like, is it 50-50, 60-40, 70-30?
My one piece of advice to everybody is the whole base and everything needs to be funny in a comedian standpoint. Like, I don't care what you're doing. So I'm going to have to go with 60-40. 60% of that needs to be funny because you can be too interesting and just not be funny. And then it's just like you're just a weird person on stage. And we're just like, okay, everybody know we're just like, we're welcoming, but you really need to focus on being funny more because we have a ton of interesting people, but we don't need every interesting person on stage if it's not rooted in some form of comedy or laughter or like wittiness or something. So I would definitely say more comedy. I feel like I'm giving long ass answers. My bad.
No, it's fine. Good. I agree with you. Nobody wants to listen to a TED Talk.
I don't know, man. I can agree with y'all, but in the same sense, disagree. I remember when I was doing the show with Dr. Foolish, and one thing he emphasized was about being interesting. And he was like, you know what I mean? Because he was an interesting person, and his jokes were he ain't had that many jokes, but when they hit hard. And I'm talking about his jokes were like long. There was like 3 or 4 jokes, and one of his jokes was like 20 minutes. But between that, it had you on there. You know what I mean? So I think it depends on the person. You know what I mean? And it depends on the style, because you can't have that person. Like every person got a different style. You know what I mean? Like Tlane tells a lot more stories. So Tlane, even though Tlane is funny, he's more interesting than funny. You know what I mean? He'll keep you.
Okay.
He'll keep you attentive while he tells some jokes. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got like a person like me, that I'm a set up punchline. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
totally. I agree with you. It's different for everybody.
Yeah. Can you imagine like that's super interesting? Kind of like, oh, that Kamala Harris comedy special was terrible.
Super interesting.
You just don't want a TED Talk. That's all. Like, long as it's not a TED Talk. If it's a TED Talk, you're like, this punchline took way too long and it's not fulfilling.
Oh man.
Because I remember that one time we had the open mic night. Like I said, I mentioned no names, but we had a couple of TED Talks. Yeah, a couple of TED Talks, and I was like, "Where are you going with this?"
Yeah, it's hard to be interesting and just not funny. So I feel like that funniness needs to be there. I like comedians who tell like story jokes, but just you really got to know how to do that style of comedy, because there are so many different styles. You have storytelling, which is one of those, like you really have to know what you're doing in storytelling, because you play around with it and you will get looked at crazy.
I think one of the best storytellers was Charlie Murphy.
Oh God.
One of the best storytellers. Like when he came on the Chappelle show and he kept talking about the Rick James jokes, the Rick James stories, and the Prince stories and stuff like that. Like it was so great that you can visualize it and not even look at the show and visualize it, and you crying laughing. Like you was just crying laughing at the show. Like he was just like, bruh, one of the best, man. R.I.P. Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Yeah, you're right though, Jazz. When you tell a story, you definitely gotta tell it correctly.
Yeah, don't and see what happens.
Yeah.
The audience will let you know.
Yeah.
That's why I say that's why I be like Tlane is great at that. Tlane will tell you a story and he be like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, okay. And when he does it on stage, I'm like, yo, this is, you know what I mean? I can't do it. I'm trying to learn how to do it, but I can't. Cause he'll have you hooked the whole time.
Right. There's nothing where it's the funniest thing and the worst thing ever. Watching somebody commit to a story and getting nothing out of it.
Oh man.
And it ends nowhere. You like it don't even end didn't even end the way you thought it was. Tragic.
You over there don't want to scream to the stage, but you be like, that's it?
Look, I got my GPS out. Where are we going?
This is what we waited 15 minutes for?
I don't like it here. It's musty. It's real musty here.
No. Jesus, man.
You said get the GPS.
Right.
Let me ask you,
lost. We need to go back.
Let me ask y'all a question, man. And this is because I want to know, when is it too early to have a manager?
When you can't afford
it's too
one?
early to have a manager when you have nothing to manage.
Yeah.
I've had a couple people offer to be my manager, but I'm just like, I don't see them really doing anything that I couldn't do for myself at the moment. So, and then some people just was shady, because one dude was like, I get 35% on top, and you can't book a show with anybody else. And I'm like, hold up, partner. You don't do nothing over here. Like, you don't do nothing over here. And you're asking for
35%?
And I can't book myself?
You don't do nothing over here.
You know how much? Do people know how much comedians get paid?
Right.
You don't do nothing.
We get paid in wings. We get paid in wings.
And we hope we can get some flats. I'm so tired of not giving me no flats at all.
Like, you want the left wing? You want the drum or the flat, bro?
I'm gonna tell you right now, you can get the wings. The flavor's extra. The dipping is extra. And you can't get no drink. You have to pay full price for the drink.
I'm trying to say water.
They probably gonna charge for that too.
It's a real thing out there, and a lot of people like to jump into it earlier. People like to get a manager just to be in the same boat they was in without one. And I'm just like,
I'm to the point. I don't feel like it's like the whole manager thing. It's like I don't feel like I need one, because, like you said, I could do the same. They call on my phone and be like, "Yo, we need you." That's it. You know what I mean? I can do that. You know what I mean? Unless I'm making 5 figures. Right. I mean, I start making 4 figures or something like that. Then I'll be like, I might need one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When you can put me in spaces that I can't get myself into, that's when we can talk.
Exactly.
That part.
But if you can't do that, like
if we ain't talking about places like the Stardome in Alabama,
right?
Then what do I need you for?
You need to put me in spaces I can't put myself.
Exactly.
On the Laugh Factory, I need to be somewhere where Kevin Hart and the Plastic Boys are gonna be there. Somewhere, somebody, a producer from ABC or something.
Yeah, well, somebody's gonna see me.
Yes, guys.
Because all it takes is you just need to be seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So guys, when it comes to featuring, that's the next step before headlining. When it comes to featuring, uh, right now in your position right now, if it came down to like a comedian came up to like, hey, I want you to be my feature for 2 months on the road. Do you feel like you'd be able to drop everything, or do you think it's one of those things you have to be like, nah, I can't right now?
I'm dropping everything.
Oh, I'm on the
Who
road.
featuring for? That's the question. That would determine if I drop everything. Now, Dave
All-
Chappelle, like, I want you to feature for me.
How you would feature for Dave Chappelle? Dave Chappelle would be on yours. You and Dave Chappelle will start a whole controversy in America. Y'all start a Cold War with Russia. You and Dave, yeah, Dave
Comedy and
Chappelle,
controversy.
the Cold War too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but that'll be the name of the tour, the Cold World Tour, Cold War Tour.
Yeah, like comedy controversy don't go together. I don't know, man. I that's to be a feature. That's big. If they're gonna take you on tour, that's big.
I'm dropping everything, like no question.
Oh, yeah. I ain't got no job now. Talk about
That's like, what am I dropping?
Yeah,
yeah,
I would.
nothing.
I can make it work for 2 months. Like
I
I'm-
could do 2 months. I could do 2 months. I'll take
Yeah,
a
I
leave
can-
of absence.
Yeah, I was about to say I got enough in savings for that. It's just, but I didn't think about it like that, right? Nettles, that is true. Like it could. I wouldn't say it would depend on who I feature for, but at the same time, I get it. Like if you
Like,
feature
it's
for
life
somebody,
changing.
yeah, if you feature for somebody and there's 12 people in the crowd every weekend,
Yeah.
The governor of South Carolina took a sabbatical one time. Why we can't? You know what I'm saying? Well, but
Anything is possible.
he left with a whole nother woman. I mean, what was that back? That was back in what 2012 or something like that. That happened.
Yeah, that's right. It was right before Nikki Haley got in. That's
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna take a sabbatical and left with another woman's.
I remember him just because he looked like the scarecrow from the Wizard
Mark
of Oz.
Stanford. Yeah, Mark. What
Yeah.
is it?
Sanford,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mark Stanford.
on the Appalachian Trail.
That must say, fuck y'all.
And
I'm
spending state money. Like, oh, you just.
I must say, fuck y'all, I'm about to hit these cheeks, and I'm gone. I said, oh Lord, that's some gangster shit, bro.
That's the word we're going with.
Gangster.
Schools ain't got no books, but you got enough to go to that place, you mountains, and go, man, hey, fuck out of here. Take a sabbatical to an island, man. I swear, white people got the best.
Of course.
I want to be governor. I don't think we're ready. Are we ready for a Puerto Rican president? Yeah.
You know what? We're still having a first of so many. You might well go ahead and throw that in. First Puerto Rican president. You go ahead and throw that in.
That's what I tell you, man.
We done tried everything else. We might as well go Puerto Rico.
Somebody said it best. They said if I ever become president, they're gonna. I think it was Dave Chappelle. I think he said if he ever become president, he's gonna have a Mexican vice president. So as soon as you assassinate him, the walls come. The borders are opening up. You assassinate me, them borders opening up, baby.
That's a good one.
That's funny.
You know who didn't catch hail, who I thought it'd be a bunch of memes on, is Kamala's husband. Like literally nobody's made any jokes about him yet.
Who?
Okay, true. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I'm slow. I'm slow.
Kamala Harris' husband.
Kamala
He's
Harris.
like
Kamala Harris.
he's the first
Yeah.
like Miss. I mean, he's the first Miss. What is his title?
He's the first something. Is it the first? Or is it first? Or second? Second. He's the second gentleman. I think they call him.
What? They call him the
Well,
what?
he's not the first because that's the president's spouse, but I think the vice president's spouse is the second, whatever.
The second gentleman.
The second gentleman.
That sound
White House.
like a fucked up movie. Now coming to the scene, second gentleman.
Can you imagine his secret security trying to give him like a nickname? Punk bitch is walking.
Punk bitch is taken.
Punk bitch is walking.
Nah, they gotta keep it PG. They gotta keep it. Mary Poppins is leaving the building. Mary Poppins is leaving the building. The bitch. Now they're gonna call him
PB.
Bruce Jenner.
I was gonna say Mrs. Doubtfire.
Colin. Bruce Jenner's not leaving.
Bruce Jenner has left the building.
Ness words do not have anything to do with Certified Comic Group. And
Oh
Man,
man.
look here. If you can't take jokes, man.
Transition. Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day to all the vets.
Yes.
Thank y'all. Happy Memorial Day.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Shut up, Ness.
Jazz is like, why this episode? All the episodes they asked me to be on. This is the one.
No, I'm so thankful y'all happy. This is fun. This is very fun.
The only sad part of today is this is the 100th year anniversary of the Tulsa riots, where white supremacists burnt a bunch of black businesses in Tulsa. Something that I wasn't taught in school, but hopefully they'll start teaching now.
They ain't teaching that shit, Mike.
Yeah, I was gonna say not in the school system, but it's cute. You think that it's you tried.
You don't think they're gonna pass it?
All
jokes aside, though, I think they're trying to put it in. I forgot what it's called. I think it's race theory.
People can opt out of teaching their children Black history.
Them white folk ain't about to tell nobody no white man was in airplanes blowing up black people.
What you think? You think about this, man? They even if they put it in the books, they're gonna go past that chapter every time.
I mean, I agree.
And that's the messed up part of it.
You're right, man. Like I was messing with like this is years ago. I was messing with this like 49-year-old white woman. I was doing bad. And I told her, like, I was like, black people weren't allowed to swim. Like some black people were not allowed to swim. And she just couldn't believe it. And I was like, you 49. Like, don't act like you don't know, bitch.
You were there. You were in the pool.
Yeah, you the one like not them niggas. We got a dirty pool down the street. And so
I remember when I first saw racism live in my face, and I was like in total awe, like real talk. And I was in Missouri, and I had a trainer. Like I'm a truck driver, so I had a trainer. He was white, and I guess he forgot that he had a Puerto Rican back in the back of the truck. So
you skipped all your high school years and middle school years not seeing it.
No. I saw it, but no. When it happens to you.
Okay.
When it happens to you for your first time, and I was in Missouri, and we had stopped, and it was in the middle of winter, and Midwest winters. I don't know if y'all know about them. They're cold. Midwest winters are cold. So he went inside and got a bowl of chili. I was like, yo, this is. So I just finished waking up, and I was like, hey man, I was like, what you got that for? He's like, from the truck stop. I was like, okay, bet. So I got dressed, went to the truck stop. There was literally 3 people working and only one table of 4 there. There's a lady at the counter counting the money. There's a lady in the back cooking, and there's the waiter. I stood there for 20 minutes, did not get helped out not one time. Just look, I was like, and then like at one point after like the 7-minute mark, I was just being an asshole. Cause I'm just gonna sit here until y'all. I'm 6'3" something. Y'all cannot miss me.
Oh, you ain't say nothing?
After a while I said like excuse me. I said excuse me a couple of times. It's not there or nothing. I said, you know what? I left. I went back in the truck.
Food. Y'all can't see me.
No, I didn't. I couldn't order. They didn't take my order or nothing.
Yeah. They probably would have got cussed out.
So I left, and I was like, you know what I mean? When I left, I said, I went back in the truck, and my thing, I was like, yo, he was like, you ain't getting no chili? I was like, don't worry about it. He's like, nah, I'll get you some. I was like, don't worry about it. I was like, will you stop somewhere else? I'll give me some Wendy's to call it a day. And you know what I mean? I know he felt bad, but like I said, it is what it is. But I didn't really notice it until I started driving trucks and started driving the United States, and I was like, yo, this is it's really out there like that for real. Like this is crazy.
I did a function for in West Columbia. It was like this function for this guy. I think he's over like the construction or wherever. I did a gig there, and after I got off stage later on at the the dinner part of the show, his son came up to me. His son was telling me a story about like he got drunk at 5 Points. Jazz is like a little college like party a town. A part like a bunch of bars. And he was like, he got so drunk. He went, oh, okay, cool. He went to the neighborhood behind 5 Points. Literally said he was blacked out and started kicking someone's door down. Cops came and was like, you gotta leave. Dude didn't get arrested or nothing. I was like, sir, that is white privilege. And he was like,
oh yeah,
pretty much. He was like, yeah, pretty much. The cops were just like, you gotta get out of this neighborhood. He was like, the door is all the way kicked down. I was like, damn, sir.
Yeah, they be doing the most.
Like, introduce me to these people, these cops. These are the nice cops y'all tell me about.
You are 17 shades too dark for that, buddy. But you tried it. That's cute.
I'm trying to tell you, it's a trip. It is a trip, but
yeah. So you have any shows coming up, Jazz?
You know what? There's always shows coming up, but every time people ask me that, blank. I can't think of anything. Like, and I need to work on it. I should be a lot better. But if you follow me on social media, I post like all my shows and stuff as they're coming up. I'm just happy to be out here.
When is Greenville coming back to Columbia and taking over my open mic night? Because y'all came and wrecked shop last time.
Oh, we had a blast. So normally I'm not off on Mondays. And they're like rare Mondays that I'm off. And that just happened to be one Monday. And like today I'm here because I didn't have to go to work. So, and I'm a teacher. So school is about to be out. So that like open mics are opening up. And yeah, so I'm gonna be out there in these comedy streets in a little bit. So I'm so excited school's gonna be out because y'all don't even not understand. So
I can
Trust, I understand.
I couldn't do that. I could not do that.
Something
like kids and school and like what age do you teach?
I work with special needs kids, ages 5 through 8.
Okay, so that it is bad, but ain't that bad.
Yeah. Did you ever into a special ed classroom?
Like, I am special ed.
Okay.
But we're gonna be back up there. We're gonna be back up there soon.
No, I mean I enjoyed y'all. You, Dante, what's the other one?
Jalen.
Y'all enjoyed y'all, man. Y'all came and wrecked shop. Y'all did y'all thing that day.
Oh yeah, it was a good time. It was like a great room. Met some really, really cool people that night.
Yeah. I think it was one of our nights that we actually had filled up. The only other night that was more that was like packed was for the Godfather's birthday.
Hey, buddy.
Okay.
The guy Mike Garrett packed the house down. Mike said Mike said it's my birthday. Y'all come out, and they came out.
I want y'all to know Jazz is the right reaction to that. So whenever y'all say Godfather, Jazz just like, who the fuck is that? She didn't say it, but her face was just like, all right. Who the fuck?
Yeah. I'm working on it.
What was that? You
We
hear
call
that
him-
lamb? Hear that lamb?
We call him the Godfather because he knows everybody. Like
Everybody.
I
Mike,
can see that. Okay, I can see that.
Mike
Oh,
knows.
thank you, Jazz. Thank you so much.
I
Like
said-
that part, I could see be true. That is the part of this. Why'd you didn't say that? Like, just say he's the guy to know everybody. Don't be good putting Godfather in front of him.
I remember when I first met Mike, and I was like, yeah, I'm about to do a show about Carla. Mike was like, she is a wonderful person. Wonderful person. And Barbara Carla is an amazing person. He was like, and I was like, hey, you know her? He was like,
He has worked with everybody.
I'm trying to tell you, like, every time
Stop
I say
telling
it,
people stuff like that, JS. Because then I'll do a show with the show with the same people. They be like, well, look, you got to just believe me. Look, I wasn't good.
No, you have worked with a little bit of everybody. That's cool though. Like that's cool. Networking king.
every
Yeah,
time,
but
every time
I just say when people
name,
overhype it though, because it's just like if they overhype it, it's like, hey man, why am I doing this show with you? And I just started 3 months ago.
Bring it down. I feel you. I understand.
every time I tell him, oh my God, I'm working with this person. Great guy.
Yeah, we're not gonna say the ones I
DJ
said.
Khaled of the comedy scene.
But look here.
Yeah, but don't you say the names I said they weren't good. But
Oh no.
quick question,
I get
Jazz.
it.
Quick question for you, Jazz. Do they suspend those kids at all? Like, can those kids get suspended?
No, they have IEPs, individual education plans, in which like their behavior can be discussed. But as far as like you really got to be off the chain to get kicked
It
out of a
takes a
special
lot to
needs school.
suspend. Yeah.
You know how special you got to be special at a special needs school.
Okay.
You the special kid in the special class. You already know what time it is.
Yeah, you are super special if you stand out. Ain't nobody special. Like at my school, I don't see them as being special because everybody's special. They just kids. So all of them are just kids to me. But when you that kid that's that special,
The special kid.
Okay.
That's the kid that special needs kids look at and be like, what wrong with him?
God.
Oh Lord. On that note, wow.
Wow.
Also as an educator, I know because I've seen this happen.
yeah.
So we don't get no advertisements from a lot of people on this show.
No, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, man. We'll get the advertisement nobody wants. We'll be saying just this, and then 2 minutes later, like from Blue Chew.
Yeah. We're here. We're here.
When you see their parents, do you be like, "Oh, this makes sense"?
No.
I used to see that all the time. I did.
Like they have different. Some cases are environmental, like their environment has a lot to do with their condition. But in some cases, like we have genetic disorders, Down syndrome, autistic children, a different array of disabilities. Like I said, none of them are really special because they're they're all special. They just have a lot of different stuff going on.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Well, Jazz, thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
That's a strong word. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for watching. It was fun. Like, thank you guys for having me. Y'all were great hosts. I appreciate it, and I wish y'all nothing but the best and like plenty of success and all that.
Thank you so much. Please come back.
I surely will. Thank you guys for having me.
No problem, guys. Jazz, you say you can remember your shows. You guys, y'all have any shows y'all want to plug?
On
By the time this comes
Wednesday.
out, it'll be over. But yes, Wednesday.
Oh yeah. Oh no. We got the next weekend.
Oh, sounds
in Sabbatical. We'll be in Sabbatical, North Carolina on the 12th and the 13th. We got 2 shows on the 13th at 3 and 5. And then one at what time is it? At 7? At Sudbury?
I believe so, yes. Also, I have a
So,
show in Rock Hill, North Carolina, June 10th at Friendly Billiards. Also, I have a show June 19th in Pickens, South Carolina at Uncle Joe's. So if you guys are free, try to come out.
Super big.
I just thought of 2 shows. I have 2 shows in Greenville, one on June 17th and one on June 19th. They'll be in Greenville. Follow me for more details.
Nice.
There we go.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day.